distinguished delegates, esteemed guests, dear friends. It is a great honor to be with you today at this important gathering. I extend my warmest greetings to the Journalists and Writers Foundation, and through his president, Mehmet Kilik, I salute all of you who are part of this vital movement for peace, dialogue, and justice. I also wish to express my deep gratitude to all those who work tirelessly to organize and make this event possible. Your commitment, energy, and vision are the foundation of today's exchange. And to each and every participant, I offer a heartfelt thank you for making this conference priority in your life, for bringing your presence, your voice, and your conviction. Together, you are the true essence of this gathering. Thank you for this invitation, which allows me to share not only a perspective or grounded in today's reality, but also a reminding vision of the future built on justice, sustainability, and dignity for all. We gather at a time when humanity stands at crossroads. Around us, poverty and exclusion still scare the life of billions. Entire population fear the horrors of war and extermination. We witness impassion of power that deny by people their voice, while the very institution of multilateralism built to ensure peace and cooperation are strained and wicked. Racism continue divide and dehumanize. Sexism and systemic exclusion of women steal black of our humanity from truly contributing to our shared future. Resources are concentrated in hands of a few, while millions remain trapped in a circle of poverty. The climate crisis is no longer a distant threat. It is here, devastating communities from the Caribbean to the Sahel, from the Pacific Islands to Arabic. Our democracy are fragile, sometimes low, often unrepresentative to the needs and aspiration of the people. We are not merely living through a crisis. We are living in a change of era. The whole certains are crowding, and the new orders is not yet born. It is fragile in between, choices matter more than ever. The global crisis, it is not only economic, it is social, environment, cultural. It is a crisis of leadership and of the civilization, and also of the civilization values. Too often, leadership today is marked by individualism and ruthless competition. It is a patriarchal and hardened accumulating wealth, resources, and power without concern the common good. It is extractive, even predatory, consuming the earth's resources without care the future generation. It is a leadership that embraces the doctrines to ends justify the means. A leadership that excludes diversity rather to embrace that thrives on violence and confrontation, and that denies the dignity of those who are different. This is the model of leadership has brought us to the edge, an edge where survival itself is at stake. And yet, despite this challenge, humanity has shared compass, the Sustainable Development Goals, adopted by all the nation, the SDGs represent more than a checklist. They are common agenda to guarantee rights for all the people, to build peace, equality, and sustainability. The goals remain us that development must mean eradicating poverty in all forms, ending hunger, ensuring dignity through access to health and education, guarantee gender equality, not as a favor for women, but as a necessity for the humanity, protecting our planet, its oceans, its forests, its biodiversity, because there is no plan B and no plan B planet. Ensuring that women and men share power and responsibility in equal measure at every level of decision making. The SDG are about translating promise into lived realities. They are about ensuring that no one is left behind, because more than a slogan, it becomes the measure of our collective consensus. But let us be clear. A promise, no matter how novel, it is not enough. Commitments on paper do not feed hungry children, do not heal a wonder planet, and do not empower silenced voices. We must go beyond rhetoric and good intentions. Delivering on the SDG means building political will, allocating resources, strengthening institutions, and holding ourselves accountable. It means aligning the energy of civil society, the innovation of private sector, and the responsibility of governments. It is required courage to confront vested interests, to redistribute resources, and to stand firmly for human rights. Yes, this is a time of extraordinary challenge, but it must also be a time of collective and joint actions. We are called to be part of what I call the shining generation, a generation that refuses to surrender the despair and instead transforms pain into labor of birth. For just as with childbirth, the deeper the pain, the closer we are to give it life. And so, despite the intensity of today's crisis, we may, into a fact, closer than ever to delivering a new era of peace, justice, and sustainability. That is why each of us, wherever we are, must promote change, starting with the immediate impact we can make in our communities, in our institution, and in our own leadership. We cannot despair and paralysis to take hold. The SDGs call us to act now, and known more than clearly that Goal 17, to strengthen coordination and partnership across all the sectors, across all the identities, and across all the people. Only together in unity can we transform the promise into a reality. To finish, the task, we must also change how we lead. The future will not be secure with the same leadership that created today's crisis. We need a new leadership, a leadership that is transformative and compassionate, chooses cooperation over confrontation, inspire through example, not fear, listen deeply, especially to the voice long ignored, operates from a clear framework of principles and values. Understand and live the principle of Ubuntu. I am because we are. This is the leadership that nourishes and protects, that heals and restores. It is a leadership that embodies the strength to often demise of feminine, empathy, care, collaboration. It is a leadership that knows through strength lies in lifting others up. And it is a leadership that brings with self-leadership the capacity to govern one's ego, to cultivate humility, to align personal conduct with universal values. Without self-leadership, we cannot lead others with integrity. Friends, the task before us is urgent, but not impossible. It is possible. The Sustainable Development Goals we are promised we made to the poor, to the excluded, to the planet, to the future generation, that promise must to be kept. But promises are only fulfilled when people, leaders, community, each of us decide to act. The SDGs are not the responsibility of the governments alone. They are the responsibility of all the humanity. So let us leave here without renewed determination to act together across borders, across culture, across generations. Let us embody a new leadership that is both bold and compassionate. Let us make the principle Ubuntu real in our life. For in the end, our lives are intertwined. My humanity is bound up in yours. Your future is linked to mine. And only together, only as a human family, can we finish the task. Let us deliver the promise of Sustainable Development Goals. Let us ensure justice, sustainability, and dignity for every person everywhere. Thank you so much.